I don't know how, but Amazon just seem to not be able to keep themselves out of trouble when it comes to developing their own games. Before we get going, I think it's important to highlight just how bad Amazon's track record is so far. So, Amazon, back in 2016, announced that they were making this great big MMO brawler called New World. Alongside of this, there were two other games. There was Breakaway, which was meant to be a multiplayer brawler, and there was Crucible, which was meant to be a multiplayer shooter. Our first game, Breakaway, was deemed so bad in development that they decided to cancel it because it didn't meet their own bar standards. And their second, which actually managed to make it into a beta, which was Crucible, was launched and then found to be so bad and so unpopular with the community, they then unlaunched it. So when I say third time's the charm, we literally mean it with New World. And New World's development cycle hasn't been exactly great either. It got pushed back in August 2020 due to the coronavirus. It also then got delayed because it was deemed culturally insensitive to arrive in a country and kill the native people after an independent survey. And then there was another delay because the developers felt that it was important for the game to have content before they released it. And to be fair to them, they were quite transparent about it and they showed all these fancy things coming out and it looked very cool. And now if you fast forward today, there is currently an alpha available of New World, and as part of that process, they're adding new features and bits and bobs. And this is exactly what has caused a bit of an upstart. So one of the features that they have added recently is a storefront, is something you typically see in a lot of MMOs or just games as a general premise. And Amazon came out and they were like, hey guys, yeah, we're going to put in all these exclusive cosmetics and you can make your character look all fancy. Pretty bog standard, nothing to be worried about at all. That was until they insert the term quality of life items. And I promise you, I'm not making this up. They have they've put in fast travel, rested XP, and XP boost, all available for the purchase with real money. And as you can imagine, the community exploded, going, oh my god, they're basically putting in pay-to-win mechanics. I don't really know where to go with this. Like, the first one of these that really blows my mind is the fact that it's the fast travel. So they're saying fast travel is a quality of life mechanic. Now, bear in mind that this game currently hasn't come out. So what they've done is they've basically said, we know fast travel will make your life better. So by not putting it in, we're making your life worse. And therefore, if you want to have the convenience or, make your game fun, then you have to pay money. Which is insane because when you think about it and you look at other MMOs across the board, they all have these in them for free as default because they know that they make players' life so much more better and much more enjoyable. In fact, I can't even think of a single player game that isn't built in a large scale world that doesn't have some sort of fast travel. Now, in terms of the XP boost, the New World team did come out and have something to say about it. They said, it's not about rushing people to the end game, it's about supporting people who don't have much time to play and helping them get to the end game when time is not available. Now, as someone who works a lot, I kind of get that. I don't have a huge amount of time for MMOs, and yet I still enjoy MMOs. And this is kind of a popular model that's used in other games such as World of Warcraft. However, boosts, they only take you so far. They don't actually usually skip past the bulk of the main story content. So if you have a look at currently at WoW, it'll only take you to 50, and the next 10 levels you have to do yourself so that you are kind of forced into that play of the game. This also suggests to me that for especially a PvP game, if you're selling boosts to get through early content, it kind of tells you that, well, the actual early game content actually isn't all that enjoyable and you probably will want to skip it. Like in WoW, we'll use this as an example. I kind of understand when you've done like your 4th, 5th character, maybe you don't want to repeat the same storyline, but they've done this so early on. It's like they're admitting that their game is really dull. But anyway, there you go. There you have it. This is the current drama that is surrounding all of New World at the moment. They just can't seem to keep themselves out of trouble. I have really, really high hopes for this game. I've been looking for a great new MMO for ages. I absolutely love Guild Wars. I'm hoping I can capture some of that magic, a really good, enjoyable journey with some late game PvP that I can chew into for a little bit. But who knows? It's Amazon. They've had 3 attempts so far, and this one is already looking like to be a bit of a dodo fest, so who knows? But as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We'll be back with more throughout the week. As always, a reminder that we have shows on Wednesday and Friday, so if you're looking for new games to play, check us out on Up, Down, Left, Right. But more importantly, everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll be back with more news in the week.